when I was doing the podcast, the last time I was on the podcast, whenever it was on the close-up of me, I kept looking into lens and like I was addressing the audience. And I think I was the only person who was doing that. Great. What is that? And I think I was the only person who was looking straight in the lens when I was addressing people. And I think some people in the comments said that it was creepy and that I was making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're a fucking psychopath, Gus. Who the hell does this when they're talking to each other on a computer?
Well, it's like I'm talking to the audience. So I guess that's the question is, when we're talking, am I talking to the audience or am I talking to you guys?
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the people I'm talking to as if like if I'm talking to Barbara, I'm looking at Barbara's mug right now.
Well, when it's a single of you, are you looking at yourself talking?
Yeah. Here, what you should do is when you're talking to you guys, and I see you guys on the screen, we could do this. But if I'm listening, I should be looking into the camera because you're talking to me. So I should be looking you right in the eye.
But then that's hard because then you're not actually looking at them.
I know. That's why I just look at the computer. I don't look at the webcam because I don't know, I can't focus on what I'm saying if I'm not looking at the people I'm talking to. It's weird.
I guess I was trying to do the right thing, and I guess people didn't like it, and people don't like me making eye contact with them, so I apologize. I'll never look you in the eyes ever again.
You don't do that on the normal podcast.
Look, well, yeah, but that's because you're in front of me in the normal podcast.
I'm in front of you right now.
Yeah, but you're down there. Like, I feel like it's weird. Like, I'm looking down, and I feel like it looks like, because my eyebrows are so big, like it's like obstructing your ability to see my eyes.
Your webcam is also, I think, higher than most of us. Like, mine is like, I barely have to move my eyes to change. But Gus, it looks like you're looking down like this at us.
Here, I can resize my window. We'll figure this out eventually. We have a few more weeks, right?
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
All right.
Gus, we missed you last week.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't make it. I don't know. Wasn't feeling up to it.
We can do that
week.
if we don't feel up to it. We can just not go.
Yeah. Just like how you don't ever feel like responding to my calendar invites and then gaslighting me like you did. So I texted Gavin yesterday. I was like, hey, are you available for the podcast? And he's like, yeah, I responded to the calendar invite. I said, that's weird. It didn't update for me. And I went and I looked. And he's like, oh, wait, no, I lied. I never did.
Well, here's the thing. I was going through because Fiona threw a bunch of streaming stuff in the calendar. So I was just going through accepting it. And then I saw the Rooster Teeth podcast one. I was like, oh, I should accept that. Pressed accept. And then when I went to check again, I hadn't done it.
Yeah, I was getting ready to send you a screenshot. I had screenshotted the whole thing to send it to you. Like, oh, weird. On my side, it doesn't show for some reason.
He's like, why don't you check again?
And then you said you felt like an asshole, and then you didn't, and then I said I did, so it was fine.
Yeah, the person who's an asshole totally did a 180 there.
Yeah, I was gonna come at you. I was gonna be like, look, the one time I accept the calendar invite, you don't even check it. Oh, I know I didn't. Nope.
Chris, what are you drinking?
Beer.
No, what's the other thing you just drank? Don't think I missed that.
Water?
No, Chris. There's something else.
Soup?
You're drinking...
What the?
You're just drinking soup out of a cardboard container?
Is that cold?
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold soup.
Don't drink Is it meant to be cold? Is it gazpacho?
Well, like, is it cold like it was in your fridge, or is it room temperature
It was in my
like it was in your
fridge.
cupboard?
Chris,
So it's really
warm
cold.
it up, man. Warm it up.
But then I didn't have time.
Don't have the
I
soup
like how
then.
Chris tried to drink his soup while he wasn't on camera, but it cut back to everybody while he was finishing.
So Chris is drinking like a tomato soup, like one of those that you buy in the grocery store that comes like in a cardboard container, but it's
Yeah,
been in your
like
fridge.
the chicken stock type thing.
The big
But
ones.
usually, if you don't have time to cook something, you don't eat it.
Well, I know.
Like
but
I didn't
what
eat
do you-
I don't eat a raw steak because I didn't have time to cook it. No, I mean I know you can eat soup cold, but weird,
Yeah.
dude.
It's like cold pizza. You know, it's not meant to be that way, but you can do it. Also, the
No, it's not like
The
cold
soup
pizza.
is the same.
Cold cold pizza is pizza that was once warm that went cold. That soup was never warm. It was just you don't take a pizza out of the freezer and then eat it.
Yeah, but when your state comparison is wrong.
It is wrong. It's a bad example, but that not having time isn't a reason to eat something.
I was hungry. I didn't. I needed something in my stomach. You know, like I needed that. You know, you get that kind of jittery feeling when you've had too much coffee and you need food.
Yeah, something that a pint of cold soup will fix.
Well, I didn't want to eat on the podcast.
So you're just oh yeah, because it's a drink.
It's quite. I'm not like chewing into the mic.
So you have a pretty impressive spread in front of you. Then you have soup, water, and beer all easily accessible to you right there.
Oh, I got a little cooler.
Oh my god! To make sure you keep your soup cold.
What's in the cooler? What's in the cooler?
It's just beer. There's no like other soups. We got some chicken noodle. We got.
Chris, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
How many soups would that be?
Oh, this is I think 2.
2 soups?
2 soups.
This is two sittings of soup. I think this is like two about. Well, this is 4 servings. I think it's more like 2 because I only had one other serving of this, and it's like half full.
Because you had 3 soups that one time you got sick, right? Was it 3 or 4 soups? 3 soups?
Yeah. Well, those were in bowls. It's easier to measure.
So maybe it's 4 cups or 2 bowls.
Well, I'm just trying to determine if you're going to make yourself sick or not, basically, based on the amount of soups you're having.
What soups are off limits for cold, do you think? Would you drink any soup cold?
No, nothing. I think it's. I don't know about chicken noodle. I think the noodles would be cold and weird. I think that's a weird one.
I mean, it's all pre-cooked, so you're good.
Yeah,
right? There's no raw soup.
But cold noodles. Anything with grease, I think, because grease kind of congeals when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, I think no meat is way better cold.
Yeah,
right?
I would agree.
Meat is way better cold.
So, like a vegetable soup or something with like just noodles, but not necessarily meat. Because cold chicken would be probably weird.
What about cold
sushi?
sushi?
Great.
Cold chicken.
I've done
great.
that.
What am I talking about?
I've had cold sushi.
You had cold sushi before?
Yeah,
I mean,
as opposed to
sushi.
Oh, I guess there's not a lot of hot sushi. There is hot sushi. There's some hot sushi that I think they fry it outside.
No, I'm just saying, like that's a cold meat that's better than a hot meat.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just thinking soup wise.